Hello, MonstersAbound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and Part 7 of my Wurrzag Campaign. There's Camry, and of course Settra's pyramid is the biggest pyramid in Khemri because he never quite got over the fact that the bigger the better. Bless his little hearts, which he doesn't have because he probably had it pulled out his nose, but either way. I mean, they've got, like, statues. I mean, they've got statues here that are, like, vomiting sand. And, you know, while I love the aesthetic, don't get me wrong, realistically, that's going to be really difficult to do because sand's quite abrasive. And, you know, logistically, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So we're sending the War up first. The War are our front line. They're going to be the ones who, you know, end up dead mostly. Our ball boys, all of them, heading around to the other flank. We've got a Hyro Titan here. So Hyro Titan is... I love the look of this guy. Look at him. He's so cool. Oh, so good. Already the enemy gates are down. Now Wurrzag's force is moving up. We've got some stone trolls in here. So this is Wee's special mods. Adds stone trolls and river trolls. The stone trolls, of course, are magically resistant. And... oof. And the river trolls are smelly. So that's not Mark, that's just another giant. The Hyro Titans jumping in, Necrosphinxes, sorry, jumping in there, getting stuck in against the trolls. We're going to struggle against these guys a little bit. Mind you, actually, you know, doing quite a lot of damage there. Wurrzag is War up on top of the wall. Now they're fighting skeleton archers and, more importantly, Tomb Guard with halberds here. They're going to struggle against these guys. But elsewhere, they're just fighting bog-standard skeletons or just archers. And where they're fighting those, well, as you can imagine, it doesn't go very well for the skeletons. And we're now sending in Wurrzag's boys, and we're doing things like Here We Go. So that's increasing our melee attack. So you can see this giant there with 122 melee attack. That's quite good. Says Mark there with 119. Stone Trolls with 92. Basically, that means they can't miss. And so they are wailing away on the Necrosphinx here, who we also have debuffed with Itchy Nuisance, so that's reduced their melee attacks. They're not doing much damage to us, which is all good stuff. Some Savage Orc archers have actually made it up onto the wall over here and just sort of yelling obscenities, probably, at... no, could you maybe shoot? Could you... No, yeah? Okay, good. The ball boys are just holding... they're just smashing through the gate, but there's also some halbards here, so when they finally smash through the gate, they're not really going to be able to charge through. We're going to need to get some boys over here to help. But fortunately, some of the War Savage Orcs have actually survived the up on the wall. Now coming in to surround the Necrosphinxes. The Necrosphinx is actually surrounded by anti-large units going down like a ton of bricks. They're not doing much damage. They've actually done about 6 kills. I mean, okay, most of those are probably trolls, but they're War Trolls. Who cares? No one. I mean, the War Trolls probably do, but... down one goes. Sending Savage Orcs flying, and now we just need to deal with the last one. Down he goes. So with the Necrosphinxes dealt with, it's just some Tomb Guard really left to smash our way through. They've also got some Ushabti there. There's a few skeleton archers left, but not very many. We're currently trying to knock out the enemy Tomb Prince, or Tomb King. There's just the War Giants just stepping on him. Now we're smashing into the Tomb Guard. Now these guys are, of course, quite tanky infantry. For the Tomb Kings, anyway. So they're going to be quite resistant. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to flank around with some of our Savage Orcs as they come pouring into the breach. And they get a nice surround on them. The Ushabti coming in there again. We're not too... I mean, normally Ushabti, major pain in the ass. But they're charging into effectively all anti-large infantry. Which means they're going to get their ass kicked pretty quickly. Yeah, already they're taking quite... yeah, that's quite a chunk of damage already. Putting out some Savage Orcs so we can pull them around. Elsewhere on the wall, we are not doing particularly... as you can see, the Savage Orcs have come up on the wall here, completely being crushed and wiped out by the Tomb Guard halbards. 57 kills there. They have taken quite a lot of damage. The lead butt there is going to knock down some of those archers, and also some of our Night Goblin War Boss as well, who I kind of missed. He's up there as well. He's getting stuck in. 14 kills. I mean, you know, that's not bad. The gates are down, but we're going to pull our ball boys out of there because running ball boys straight into halbards, not the best idea. So we're going to run out of there until we can break through this lot, which we're just doing now, as you can see, Savage Orc Biggins now flanking around behind the Tomb Guards. And then we come charging in, and we've got them on a surround. They're then surrounded by big, burly greenskins, so aren't wearing many clothes, probably quite smelly. But mind you, the skeletons don't have any noses, so, you know, that's probably nullifies that problem. But the Tomb Kings now surrounded, and they're not very happy about that. Losing their leadership, in comes a stone troll, just dies in the middle of them. Are you going to get up? Nope, you're dead. No, no, you are. You're okay. Ah. What a guy. And then just swings and hits. So, Tomb Guard getting slowly just whittled down. We've got a nice encirclement there. They're going down like a ton of bricks. Some of our units actually rallying. We haven't actually taken too much damage. I say that, obviously the war has. Still smashing. As you can see, there's just bodies everywhere. Still taking some little fire from the catapult in the city centre there. Screaming Skull catapult still opening fire. Doesn't got that many kills. And we're sort of whittling down some of the... What are you guys doing? Oh, you're routing. That's what you're doing. Okay. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of damage there. That's pretty good. The Tomb Guards, sorry, dead in the centre. They're gone. And our boys now charging forward. Hierotitan moving to intercept. Standing guard. He's going to do a little bloop. Does some damage. Not enough, though. We're going to send the War to deal with the catapult. Meanwhile, Wurrzag's force going to deal with the Hierotitan. Little response there from Wurrzag. Doesn't do much damage. I don't know if they're like resistant to magic or what, but causes fear. They're not resistant. They just didn't take much damage from it. He's now surrounded by trolls. We're going to cast Here We Go, because that's going to basically mean that, you know, we can't miss. The Hierotitan does have pretty good melee defense, but it's not going to be particularly good against units which have over 100 melee attack. So Hierotitan and is it Mark? Oh, no, Mark is... No, the Giant's going... Right, it's Mark. Mark is going to face a Hierotitan. It's bloody Godzilla here. It's even got laser vision. Holy shit. Oh. Hierotitan gets a little smack in there. Mark goes for the kill. Most of the Tomb King army now disintegrating. And looks like Mark has the upper hand. I mean, he's also got a lot of friends, which helps. Camry is all ours. We took Camry with barely any casualties. I mean, the War took a little bit more, but, you know, they're expendable. So, I'm going to take the 43,000. Thanks very much. Troll Herder, Talisman of Protection, Bully, lovely. And then I guess I'll just take it. May as well. It's got a gold mine. Yummy, yummy gold mine. So let's repair that. Sure. Why not? I'll knock that down. I don't think we need that either. Repair that. What does that give us? Okay, no particular bonuses. We've got the gold mine. So basically, even though we sacked it and then occupied it, it's still max rank. Not 100% sure how that works, but I will take it. So let's get one of them. And shall we get a Shaman hut? Yes, let's do that. We're probably going to want defences here as well. I'm kind of tempted to get the Raiden stashes, but I'm just not... We could get the Goblin Workshop. Let's do that. Okay, now, we could potentially lose Argduke, but to be honest, if we do lose it, I'm not that bothered. You go and attack them. Just, you know, give me some time. Now, Wurrzag. You got a skill point, which is great. Bloody ace. And I'm going to want... I kind of want Arcane Conduit. Headbutts... I mean, Brain Burst is quite nice. Let's go with Brain Burst. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7. So we need one more skill point, then we get Arcane Conduit. And then I'll work on my army. Because, I mean, you can make Wurrzag into a fairly good sort of melee character-ish. I mean, he's never going to be quite, Grimgor's level. But he's not bad. But he's definitely more of a caster. Definitely more of a caster. So we've got settlement upgrades here. I'm kind of want... Now, Galbraaz, I want to... It's bringing a K. It's going to bring us in a K. How much does gold mine bring us in? That brings 1,000 in as well. So I want to try and maintain these settlements. Now, I'm making friends because obviously these guys... Hello.
My Nitz advisors bid that we should make amends.
Well, that sure. I think they're literally just a defensive faction. They don't do anything. Who else doesn't? Right. Arkan doesn't like Settra. I mean, we've kind of limited Settra in what he can actually... He's got Numus, he's got Qatar. I don't think he's got anything else. So we could potentially just try... If we can, head eastward. Because I don't think he's got this, has he? I don't think he's got the pools. We can check, can't we? Hello, Settra. Can I just have a chat?
What tribute could you possibly offer other than abject subservience?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, you've only got 2 settlements. You've only got these 2 left. Good. Right. So, if we can capture I mean, we can always come back to Zandri. That's, that's fine. We can go grab Numus and Qatar. Maybe even try and secure the south. If we can grab the Southlands, then we've got. I mean, it's not as good territory as the Badlands, obviously. But at that point, we can potentially then sort of surge northward and knock out the Greenskins while they're busy doing whatever the hell what are they doing?
Now then, boys, come say hello to my immortals.
Right, you're at war with Belagai, you're at war with the Dwarves, the Red Fangs, and Karak Hearn. So you're basically heading north by the looks of it, apart from obviously the Red Fangs who are down there. I wonder if I keep...
Where's my manners? Come and die.
I'd prefer to confederate you, actually. Just that you don't like me, though. I mean, I could maybe go and beat you up until you did confederate. I kind of want, I want Gorfang. I want Gorfang in my army. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. It's not the end of the world. Right, I want to get defences at Gorgazan, don't I? Although it's not super urgent, but it would be nice to have all the same. Grunty-Mingle is kind of okay, actually, because we've got the, whatever these guys are, the Broken Noses. The Broken Noses have sort of secured the coastline, and so therefore are sort of protecting us from dwarven repercussions, which I quite like. Now, we could maybe get more growth here. Let's get some more growth. I'd like some more cash. I could maybe do this, but I'm not overly bothered.
I have seen the future.
I mean, we can get one here, which kind of makes more sense. I mean, I guess it makes sense to have Savage Orc recruitment everywhere, considering Wurrzag could potentially need it at some point. Do I want to upgrade you? I think I'm going to wait, actually. I'm going to wait, because I'd like to upgrade Galbraaz, because I want to get Galbraaz some defences. Hoped I'd have a little while longer. But it looks like we found Settra anyway. So there's Settra. You know what? Not as worrying as I thought he would be. Does he have... What does he have? He's got spells. Does he... Is he riding anything? He's got speed of 76. Is he riding a thingy? Can I see? It's just a horse. Okay. I mean, okay, we'll lose that. But I'm more than happy to exchange that for Camry, considering that Camry is obviously, better. Now, I don't want to lose Galbraaz, so I need to make sure... I need to see... Okay, he's heading back. So we could potentially go and murder... We can retake our Agrul. Oh, dear. Okay, Doc Karaz has gone down. Well, bloody hell, there's settlements exploding all over the place. It's World War III. The nukes are coming. Oh shit. So both Dokraz and Varenka Hills have just gone up. Now that does mean the dwarves might be coming my way, which is slightly concerning. Okay, so we've got the Bonewood Staff. Own the entirety of 4 provinces. When the green gods call upon their prophet, they care not for the shaman's availability, whether he's visiting to drops in the middle of a battle or simply prancing around the campfire. When Gork or Mork calls, Wurrzag will fall into a trance that can last minutes, hours, even days. Wurrzag has fallen into such a trance. Luckily, he was nowhere near to drops, but in the midst of chomping on a snotling when a particularly powerful vision struck. All night, Wurrzag remained silent and still, the half-eaten snotling frantically trying to praise a savage orc's jaws apart. When the shaman came to, he finally emptied his mouth with a big gulp. He immediately gathered tribe and told them of what he had seen. It was a vision of confusing sights, blood and death, ruined dwarf halls, a group of smug, hummy adventurers, and a mountain passage of black rock and fire. Most orcs got confused, but Wurrzag is enthused with a sense of purpose. While not entirely sure what the exact purpose is, he is convinced that lands for the Black Mountains should be taken in Gork's or Mork's name. So we've lost our Agrul Mugdal. Broken Nose, we've got a War. You're moving. Good stuff. Yes, we'll get right on that. Let's do that, because that's going to give us more income. Now, the public order here is probably going to be appalling. But we can't wait around. We need to move. -12. I mean, that could be worse. That could be worse. And we've got a boss tent coming up. That's going to reduce that by 4. Which still isn't great, but we could untax it. Maybe just for the moment. Just wait until that happens. It'll be alright? Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm half tempted to march. Even though it's not much. I want to stay in my territory to get the replenishment, but just enough so that we can head over and knock out King what's-his-face. The other thing now, the dwarves are probably nearby, and I kind of want to, if we can get a goblin mushroom addled, would not be the worst. Speed, yeah. Leadership, yeah. I mean, bragger, okay. What about perceptive? Knowledge. I mean, knowledgeable's always nice to have. So let's get Mash bigger. I keep meaning to do some renames, and I keep forgetting. Okay, that's going to give us a little bit more visibility. I'm going to send Grocker over here, because if Thorgrim comes this way, we might be able to get an ambush on him. And that could potentially be quite useful. Okay, we're losing a little bit of money, but that's no big deal. The War will maybe go and actually lure him out. I don't know. I don't know where Settra is. He's over there somewhere. We could maybe get the starts of the Savage Orc just in case we need those units. We can always re-tax Camry if we need to. At the moment, I'm just waiting for the public order to get... Well, so what we got? Characters, all right, difficulty level, raiding is what? What raiding? What's raiding? Raiding? Was that us, maybe? Last turn? Might be. For insurance ability, buildings. What buildings? Oh, because it's unpleasant climate. Right, fine. Yeah, no, that makes sort of sense. I wonder if it's over here. I wonder if I mean, it's not our territory, so it shouldn't matter. I think maybe the War was raiding, and that was last turn, so that should drop away. So we should lose 5 public order going down. We'll get 1. Yeah, so I think that'd be fine. I think that'd be fine. It'll be all right. We can always upgrade the boss thing as well, and it'll be, you know, we'll get it under control, and it'll all be great. You are just doing some raiding. That's okay, because that's just going to annoy Settra a little bit more, which I'm actually 100% behind. Anything that's going to piss Settra off just that little bit more is a-okay in my book. Oh, hello. So, fair enough. I mean, I'm actually kind of okay with that, because it means that army should be, hopefully, a little bit buggered, a little bit injured, and now we should go and finish it off. Retake our settlements. Then we've got Camry and Agrul Migdal under our control, and then we just need to deal with Settra. Easy peasy. assuming that he's only got the what? I mean, the problem with the Tomb Kings is they do tend to just fill up their armies with just horrendous. They tend to just recruit stacks and stacks of units because, of course, their units don't cost anything. So they can just recruit hordes upon hordes of skellies. And, I mean, skellies may not seem that, concerning, but enough of them is concerning. Okay, so Camry run a... Okay, they want a Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, they're not in a good position. That's great. Wild destroyed? Oh, well. I wonder if they saw me or whether... I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Hello, boys. How you looking? Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. That's not very good, is it? Oh, dear. Whereas I sending a little greeting to the Tomb King in command of this army. I can't remember what his name is. It's just Tomb King. Who cares? He's a red shirt. He's going to die. Now, they do have lots of Ushabti, which are heading forward. They've got some chariots as well. I prefer the archer chariots. The archer chariots will stay back and won't charge us, which is what I prefer. We've got cavalry moving around the flanks. There's our boys in the centre. There's Wurrzag leading the charge. We've also got our trolls moving in as well. Now, the speed of the Ushabti kind of catches me off guard, and I don't get the charge, which I really should have. You can see the chariots coming in on the right flank there, causing quite a lot of damage. But our boar boys now flanking around, and we're going to go and nobble their chariots, as well as flank around. You can see all that good stuff there. Now, chariots are quite fast, but they're also large, and we're anti-large and armor piercing. So come here. And we're also faster. So these chariots should... Yeah, they're going down like a ton of bricks. That's... Yeah. And after those as well. Good stuff. Boar boys coming in and smashing a Tomb Guard unit between them. 2 units of boar boys just reducing those skeletons to nothing. All along the front line, the Savage Orcs are just mauling Tomb Guard. Although where there's concentrated in Tomb Guard and Ushabti, you can see that actually the Ushabti pushing back. These boys here taking quite a lot of damage. We need some assistance. Fortunately, the boar boys have finished their murder of the Tomb Guard unit and eventually will come and help. Here we go. Come on, boys. Come and lend a hand. We need a hand. Hello, guys. Oh, okay. Going over there instead. Well, that's fine. That works too. Slamming into the rear. We've got Savage Orcs moving over to... I probably should have helped those guys as well. I think we had a unit route there. Yeah, they've broken and run. But as you can see, we are surrounding the Tomb King units. Apart from here, where we're just sort of like... We just hit them in the flank. They hit in our flank. And we're just sort of like, exchanging a fight there. The Tomb King is fighting Wurrzag, but he's in the middle of a bunch of Savage Orc Arrow Boys as well. I'm kind of tempted to get rid of the Savage Orc Arrow Boys, replace it with more big uns. The only problem could come if we ever run into an army that is a loss of missile cavalry, because that'd be a massive pain in the ass. So Mark is just having a nice time, just looking at his feet, which is fine, and the Tomb King's disintegrating away to nothing. Now, that army contained quite a few scary units from the Tomb Kings, and because we've taken Camry, I don't think they're going to be able to get them back. Let's eat the bones. Sure, why not? Right, and we'll head straight for our prize, which is just over there. Okay, public order is looking a little bit better here. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tax it, because that will then let me upgrade the... Let me upgrade to the boss shack? Or it might not. No. No. Well, mate, yes. No? Yes. 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 It will. Good. And no sign of nasty dwarves. Okay, they're just sat in Dock Karaz, apparently. So as long as we can keep an eye on them, I'll know where they are going. So if I like scooch over here, then I'm kind of in. So I can defend either Stone Mine Tower or move to Bitter Stone Mine should I need to. I think with the garrison we should be more than capable of holding off Thorgrim there, and I suspect that Thorgrim's is losing his grasp on Khazakarak, and if he loses that to the Greenskins, then basically he's not doing very well. So money is coming in quite nicely. Public orders dropping. Should probably knock that down and get a boss. Why didn't I do that anyway? Good question. Why did I not do that? Answers on a postcard. Why didn't I build a boss tent in Galbaraz? Why? Why did I not do that? Oh, hello. Settra's back.
I do not serve.
Do you not? Do you die?
As my mystic powers.
Okay, you've got a Khemri and War Sphinx. You've got chariots. You've got... You know what? I'm not overly... that Screaming Skull Catapult would be quite nasty. And my poor Biggins got a bit beaten up. But... I still think we're more than capable of killing Settra. Why is Screaming Skull Catapult so weird? What possessed them to go, well, we've got wheels, yeah. What about creepy little arms that pull them along? Perfect, brilliant. I mean, we could get the skeletons to push it, but that just sounds better, doesn't it? Unfortunately for Settra, his Screaming Skull Catapult is a bit out of position while he's trying to move his army around. The Boar Boys have come in and completely smashed it before they can actually get any shots off. So we've got Boar Boys moving around. Now, this fight's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough fight. But not when they throw some Nehekaran horsemen at us. Anti-large savage. Yeah, we're just basically anti-cavalry. They've thrown cavalry at us. That's not going to work out very well. We are taking some fire, though, which is less than ideal. So Wurrzag's moving his infantry in. Over on the other flank, we've got the Khemri and Wall Sphinx. Again, nasty unit. We're going to hit it with the Boar Boys. We're also going to hit it with Dirkit's Squigs to poison it. So that it's poisoned. And hopefully, then our Boar Boys can deal with it. The other Boar Boys then moving around, we're going to deal with the Skeleton Archer Chariots. Elsewhere, Savage Orcs knocking down the Skeleton Spearmen there. The Tomb Guard with Halberds, they're going to be quite tough to deal with. We've got some Savage Orc Arrow Boys fighting Tomb Guard with Halberds. That's not going to go very well. Mark, his job is to maul Settra and just stamp on him, because I don't think Settra's going to really be stopped by anything but him. Boar Boys coming around on the right flank. We're chasing off these chariots. We did quite well against them last time. We're knocking them down again here, but not as fast as we were. Weirdly, they seem to be healing. And we're taking a lot of arrow fire. This is a problem. These arrows, they're going to do a lot of damage, which is not what we want. So we're going to need to try and knock those down. Chariots coming into our flank as well. Ow, that's going to sting. That's not ideal. We've got units breaking in the centre. Settra has got away, but Mark has done quite a lot of damage to him and is chasing after him. Settra doesn't want to face Mark. I don't blame him, to be honest. The Khemri and Wall Sphinx is taking a lot of damage, but not enough. And now they're throwing Ushabti into the mix, which is not ideal. Over here, our Boar Boys actually taking a lot of damage. I'm not quite sure what the difference is here, but maybe it's the arrows? I don't know. But the chariots seem to be doing a lot of damage as well. So not 100% sure what's going on there. Mark is helping to deal with the halbards, and Settra has now hit our centre blob where Wurrzag is. Now Wurrzag obviously buffs up the physical resistance of our units. Settra's got magical attacks though. Settra is charging after the Savage Orcs. He's going to knock them down. We're going to send Wurrzag after him as well. So Wurrzag v Settra. Clash of the Titans. Unfortunately, Wurrzag is not really going to be able to deal with Settra himself. We need to get Mark over here to help out. The Boar Boys are losing against the chariots for some reason. I don't know why. That's not how it should work. Took a lot of damage there. We've come back to fights. Maybe the charge bonus is what we needed. Maybe we dealt with them fast the first time, and this time we didn't quite get the charge we needed. The chariots are going down here, but again, doing some damage, which we don't want. We've got a little blob of infantry here, which we're just whittling down with some arrow boys. But to be honest, more big guns would probably be better. Settra has finally got Mark. Shouts at Settra, and Settra explodes. Good stuff. Nice work, Mark. Good shouting. And our boar boys, although they've taken a lot of damage, are just mopping up the last few remaining units. We have to be a little bit careful. There is some spear units charging after the boar boys. We don't want to get caught by those. That would be bad. But the Wall Sphinx is still continuing to run around and murder some of our Savage Orc Arrow boys. But to be honest, I'm kind of okay with him murdering those guys because they're not as important. We're now just chasing down the last few arrow units. The Scorpion Legion moving to intercept. But before they actually reach us, as you can see, their leadership is now minus 75. And without Settra around to bolster that, they're going to crumble away. Well, that was a little bit closer than I would have liked, but we didn't lose anyone, which is actually pretty amazing. And we killed Settra. I got a dragon helm. It's not very good. Let's... I'm just going to occupy, I think. Another Savage Orc Prodder. Fantastic. And so... Settra the Imperishable. As it turns out, the Imperishable is just as perishable as the rest of us. Defeated Settra the Imperishable get charge bonus, which, I mean, for Wurz, I mean, now Wurrzag has 99 charge bonus, but also obedience reduction in enemy territory, which is quite nice. And Tomb Raider, that's right. Wurrzag now can wear some nice hot pants. Lovely stuff. And he's brave. Who can blame? I mean, he was taking on Settra one-on-one until Mark helped out there, so pretty impressive stuff. Okay, I kind of think Edbutts. Let's go with Edbutts. That army took quite a lot of damage. I don't think we're going to go... But mind you, Numus isn't actually that built up. That's surprising. I mean, what that says to me is that Settra doesn't have that many good units left anymore. I think we've killed most of what he could actually build. And now he's going to be left with the bog standard skeletons and archers. And archers are, you know, annoying by themselves, but it could be worse. Let's get some more obedience there to help out. We should get bonuses for... Yeah, I think we'll be fine here. And I want to get the boss tent. Does this give obedience? It does give obedience, yeah. Okay, we'll get the boss tent as well, just because it's always a pain trying to maintain public order in Greenskin settlements. Now, the dwarves have actually wandered off. They've gone back to Barak Var. What I'm thinking then is if we head over here, I could actually go into this province and start raiding. We'll be far enough away that the dwarves can't... They could head towards us, but they won't be able to stop us. And we could just kind of keep an eye on them. And we could also then just steal their technology, because then we can level up old Mash, Bigger Gits, who I need to rename Thyrus at some point. I mean, you could, but Gaze with Mork, because you actually are going to go in an army at some point. Just not yet, because I need your line of sight. So we have bopped Settra, we captured Camry, and we just, I mean, we actually might have Settra on the ropes here. I thought that would be harder, to be honest. I thought Numus might be, you know, more tricky to deal with. And they're getting osmosis from somewhere. I wonder if... Who owns this? Because the Settra's also at war with the Necratch Brotherhood. Oh, they're down here, aren't they? So that could be... we'll probably have to deal with them as well. And our territory is vast, but not very populated, which is a slightly tricky, a little bit problematic for us, but it'll be fine. I think what I'm going to probably do is knock out Settra, see if we can be BFFs with Queek, maybe, because if I can come down, I mean, this corner down here is very defensible. So if we can grab the territory down here, I'm not sure, how do I like jungle? Am I okay with jungle, or some pleasant? That's fine. If we can come down here and knock out Krokgar as well, this would be very nice to have. Mind you, Lemire, you look like ruins. Are you ruins? Or... Untainted 52%. We can't see the... I think there's Skaven there. I think Queek has taken Lemire. We haven't met Queek yet. We might have to end up fighting Queek. But then I quite like killing Skaven. So I said let's be BFFs with Queek. Now I'm thinking maybe we just kill a bunch of rats instead. That could be fun. Maybe we'll do that. But that is going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode of the Wurrzag Campaign.